I'm just hoping I cried during the run-through, so I'm just hoping I don't do that. So y'all pray with me real quick. I want to talk to you a little bit about intentionality and being intentional in your daily practice. I believe intentionality is everything. First, I want to introduce you to the 2019 NCAA National Champions, TGLC from Top Gun. It doesn't start like this. This does not happen at the first practice. Not at all. It takes intention all the way through the season to keep your eye on the prize. This is where I cry. We learned a lot about being on a national championship team this year. This is my daughter, Whitney Beth. When she went to Extreme Athletics to try out for their national championship team, they said she needed a lot of work. So they put her on a plan. They put the whole team on a plan. They drew it out like architecture. They worked every practice with intention. They made it more rigorous throughout the year, and they kept their eye on the prize. In the end, we weren't national champions this year, but we were silver medalists, number 2 in the nation. And I believe it's because of the intentionality of those coaches and the athletes. And we've got to take that same intentionality in our classrooms and in our schools every single day if we want to win the prize. It starts with backward design. Start your first day with a plan. Draw it out, map it out like architecture, so you don't get lost in the weeds. Start every day with your why. Also, communicate your why with everyone else so they'll buy into it and make their whys personal for themselves. Use student learning targets daily. Let your students know the targets, let them understand the targets so they'll know where they're going. Tie those targets to the standards so they'll win in the end. Be intentional in your strategies in order for students to get those certain student learning targets. Strategies are so important, but they're not one fix-all method out there. We have to be intentional in choosing them, and we have to communicate the purpose to our students. See, instructional strategies are only tools for a student's toolbox, so that when they leave you, they can take these tools and apply them in other areas in life so they can be successful everywhere. It's like gymnastics. My daughter grew in a fear around the tuck even after she had it. And my coaching friend told her one day, Whitney Beth, once you have the tuck or any skill, it's always there with you. It never leaves you. The same is true for literacy skills. When they learn how to read, write, listen, and speak, they have it forever. And it's our job as educators to get them there. Like I said, strategies build that muscle memory. And so we have to be intentional in choosing them and letting them know the purpose so they know that they're going for success. In everything, though, keep it simple. Some mistakes that I see, you'll see above. But we need to let them use the strategies over and over and over again so that they learn the skills. Keep it simple. The same is true when you're coaching teachers. You've got to keep it simple. We can't go in a classroom every day and fix everything all at once. You have to start with 1 or 2 key things that will really help them in the classroom. But keep it simple. I like to start with their glows. And in fact, I put it on the SREB Powerful Literacy Practice page. I take my highlighter and I highlight anything that makes them glow. It helps their self-efficacy in knowing that they're doing something right. But when I do look at their growths, I am intentional. I look at 1 or 2 things. I also tie these growths to the powerful literacy practices. I take notes on them so that they can see where their growths fit in data research practices. See the notes? It takes all the bias from coaching. It takes subjectivity away. It helps you really coach your teachers on research. Finally, growth is a reflective process. Just like we want students to set their own goals, we want teachers to set their own goals too. So when I finish a debrief at the end of the day, I let the teacher decide his or her next steps so they'll buy into it. What if we left here today and made a plan for our lives to be more intentional people, how much more powerful would we be? Thank you so much.